Hello, good morning on this fine Monday morning. Good, fine Monday morning. Those aren't words which usually sit happily together in a sentence, I hear you cry. Well, they are for me today, because I have a voice. Last night I had an altercation with a mackerel. Mrs. Soup and I had sat down to our dinner. We were doing a murder mystery jigsaw, incidentally, and I managed to lodge a mackerel's rib in my tonsil. It's a little fishy, bony splinter. It wasn't very pleasant. So we ended up at accident and emergency in the local hospital until 2 a.m. this morning, where the doctor who finally fished out the rib, she told me that I may actually lose my voice for about 12 hours or so, or maybe up to a day following the yank. But it's not. It's fine. It's here. I haven't lost my voice. Hooray! So I'm very, very pleased. And I thought I'd use my voice and the new appreciation I have for it to share with you some developments which have happened here at Archaea Soup Towers, which one of which in particular, I hitherto could not share with you, or rather didn't want to jinx it, as it were, by sharing it too soon. So, development number one, the biggie, is that I can finally tell you that over the next few months, leading up to the summer, I'm going to be working on producing a 15 to 20 minute Lindisfarne Gospels video to coincide with an exhibition this summer in the northeast of England. Now you may recall a little while ago I made a video where I confirmed that I had been extremely busy in the background working on an educational app linked with that exhibition, and both myself and the people at the exhibition were very excited about the prospect and what could be in there, and the features and this kind of thing. But unfortunately, the budget just wasn't there. I won't go into details, but it just that project fell apart. But both myself and they were also fairly disappointed about this, and out of that conversation came the suggestion that I should make a video which will fulfill some similar objectives, as it were, that is, sharing what the Lindisfarne Gospels are, the origins and the inspiration behind the Lindisfarne Gospels, but also inviting people to come and see the exhibition and learn a bit more about the northeast of England too. So it's a nice meaty contract for Archaea Soup Productions. It's going to be going ahead over the next couple of months and should be available for you guys to watch sometime in the summer, probably coinciding with the exhibition sort of between August and September, or July and September. So I'm very happy to finally be able to tell you about it. And also we're very pleased and relieved actually that months and months and months and months and months of work and conversation has resulted in an actual thing being produced. So I'm very happy about this, very pleased. Now in the video, as it stands at the moment, the plan was going to be a short history of St Cuthbert, who actually also is the person after whom my college at Durham was named, St Cuthbert Society. And it's going to be starring someone you may know, and that is Lawrence the Cathedral Licker Edmonds. He is simply chomping at the bit to play Cuthbert, because, well, he loves the period. He loves this part of the world. He also loves that time period, the sort of the Saxon Golden Age, leading all the way through into the Normans, the Norman conquest and so on and so forth. So he just loves it, and he also has, frankly, he has the sort of the physique of a bit of a hermit anyway. So it's going to be great. Really looking forward to it, and just pleased to finally be able to mention it to you guys, because it's just been hovering in the background for months and I haven't been able to confirm it because it hadn't been confirmed, but it was a couple of days ago, and thus I am telling you. So great. News number two, or bit of sort of, development number two, is that tomorrow I'll actually be returning to Durham to appear in front of my old department's Archaeology Society. So yes, I used to go to university there, also wearing the top. I may even wear the rugby top tomorrow. But it's going to be my first ever appearance in front of a university Archaeology Society. So on the one hand, I'm a little bit nervous, but on the other hand, it's quite nice that my first one is on home turf, as it were. So even though some of the faces may have changed, some of them may be the same, hopefully It'll all be a fun atmosphere and a stimulating discussion stemming from what I talk about. I'm going to be talking about Archaeosoup, what it is, why it is, and how it is that I do what I do, and also talking about other elements of, I suppose, the interaction of archaeology and social media, the public in general, pseudo-archaeology, the future of archaeological funding, so on and so forth. All these things mixed in together, and hopefully out of that will come an interesting evening. So very much looking forward to it, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. As I say, nervous and excited in equal measure. I've actually been invited to a couple of archaeology societies this year at different universities to give a talk, but I'm so pleased that my first one is back home, as it were, in Durham. So that's great. That's news number 2. And development number 3, or news number 3, is not so much a development as something which happened this morning. I received a lovely thank you note off a father whose daughter got top marks in a Roman project in her primary school the other day, because she made the honey sesame fritters, which myself and Nicola over at 41 Feasts did in the summer. You may recall we did a video where we made essentially an ancient Greek bar snack, and she made it for her fellow pupils and the teacher, and she got top marks for it, which is great. I'm not surprised, to be honest. They are delicious. I said, was there a photo by any chance? Because I wanted to possibly share it with you guys. But unfortunately, they didn't last more than a few seconds. But it's nice to have a little bit of feedback on it. And I'm so pleased that I was able to help you get top marks in your project. Also as well, if you guys want to have a go at making the honey sesame fritters, because not only do I think they're delicious, but she has now confirmed it, as has her teacher. You can check out the link below in the information bar if you want to have a go at that recipe. They are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's sesame seeds, honey and batter. I mean, what can go wrong when you mix those together? Anyway, those are the 3 big bits of developments, I suppose, over the past couple of days. And I just wanted to finally be able to share with you the Lindisfarne Gospels video. I'm very excited about it, could not be more pleased. And finally, hopefully it explains a little bit of why it is I've been so busy over the past few months. I've been waiting and working and having conversations linked with this project and just hoping it actually led somewhere, and it finally has, so I'm very pleased. So there you go. Tomorrow you can expect an Archaeoscoop from me, because it's been a couple of days since I did an Archaeoscoop and there has been some interesting news stories. But today I have things to do to prepare for tomorrow night, because tomorrow morning, anyway, it's complicated. Anyway, you can expect an Archaeoscoop from me tomorrow, catching up on the news stories in the past few days, and I'll let you know how the talk went on Wednesday. So until then, guys, look after yourselves, and well, bye bye.